Jill, my dear. How are you? Good to see you. You're not going to California. You go to London. You go the other way. What? I was today. I just got here. I just got in, and I couldn't get to the restaurant. I told she said that I would come here even if I couldn't get to the restaurant. So I just got here, and I was late, so I never did a cab. Thank you. Here's from Pakistan, but he said he lived in India first. He was born in India. His family lived in Pakistan, and then moved here. He's been driving a car for 15 years.
So you had a nice conversation.
Oh yes, he said I was a Kalchuri and a deer.
Did you tell him where you were going?
Yes. No. There's a mosque. He says 428 is a very good restaurant. He says, when I got in, I said, I'm going to you're going to 420. I had an extra pair of socks on because I
It's good, those things that happen when you don't think they can. So, let's see. Jamal, where's your card? Great, so come here, because I'd like at least the dervishes who know the Allahis. Let's see.
Why don't you give a...
Welcome. This is a little loud. Should I speak with the tape or without it? Are we all here? I think the group that you were with is here. They're coming. Okay. Well, while they come, why don't we have a little music while we wait? Would you like that, Bhau? Because you could begin speaking when people gather. Yeah. So, Jamal. Oh, good. It's got a raincoat. Good. Let's pick it. That's the sticker of the microphone. Want to hear it again? So, Bhau and I met last year, or was it already? Yeah, close, last year when he was offering an evening in Sufi books, and my husband and I attended and really fell in love with Bhau. And so we brought him over here and we had the whole gathering here, and that was lovely. So when he knew that he was coming this time, he sent a word and we said, please, let's get together again. And so here we are with old friends gathered in the tavern. As you'll notice, there's a sign outside our door that says tavern. So, Bhau, would you like to then invite him?
Yes, I will wait, but let them sing.
Sing, or let them sing, okay? Them is your people. Anybody who wants, okay, so you start. We'll start and then they'll sing. This is what we... What we thought we would offer tonight is a singing evening. We would sing to each other.
Actually, they did not bring their music instruments.
Oh, why not?
They did not know that they would sing.
They didn't?
We didn't come prepared.
You didn't, because I thought that Tom has... Doesn't matter. You were the instruments.
Still they would sing.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Okay. So do you want to begin then, or do you want to begin with the oud? Then you decide. So what we could do, we could sing back and forth, and then if you know who knows the ghazals of Bhau, that's what they sing? Or whatever they sing. So we can have what I thought would be nice. Ali Noor, come here. Would be a kind of call and response. So you sing some, and then we'll sing some to you, and then you sing to us, we'll sing to you. Is that nice? Oh, good, you have your own. This is better. Alhamdulillah. Ali Noor, and I will ask Ali Noor at a certain time to chant Quran. Can you give the heart of it on? Okay. Yeah, move closer. Step number 1. Come closer.
Smells good.
Please, I want you to sit in a chair. I think it's more. You'd rather lean against something or sit in a chair? Either way, yes.
There you go.
With a sheepskin would be good. Thank you. Start, and then we'll come and singing. I'd like to, if it's possible, have our brother chant 3 verses of Holy Quran.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع ربهم خوفا وطمعا يدعون ربهم خوفا وطمعا ومما رزقناهم ينفقون فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين جزاء بما كانوا يعملون أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون صدق الله العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Our teacher, like Siksa, he used to say that the sound of Holy Quran is the resonance, he would call it the resonance of Allah, resonance of divine reality, and that even without understanding the meaning, literally, conceptually, one could absorb the vibration and receive the love. But he has also translated some through his prism as a great sheikh of love. And I will translate the passage that was just chanted. He calls it lovers of Allah. And I feel it's appropriate tonight for all of us here gathered. This is, I feel, one of the qualities of the lovers of Meher Baba and the followers, companions of Meher Baba. He would prefer me to say, right? And before offering Quran, we always take refuge from all negativity and any sense of limitation brought about by our own minds or constriction. And we take refuge with boundless, loving truth alone. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Those who have truly assimilated the demonstrations of love that flow from the source of love will spontaneously place their foreheads on the ground, lost in adoration, whenever they are reminded of divine love. These lovers of Allah most sublime will effortlessly chant eloquent hymns of praise, free from any pride in the power and beauty of their words, liberated from even the slightest awareness of their own limited selves. Immersed constantly in my love, scorning none of my creatures, these lovers scarcely sleep, so devoted are they to the practice of prayer, invoking Allah Most High throughout the night with ecstatic expectancy and awe. During the day, they tirelessly share with all beings whatever abundance the source of life has provided for them. No one can imagine what spiritual sweetness and repose are experienced by these lovers inwardly as my direct response to their lives of dedication and generosity. And the truth speaks the truth to hearts of truth.
That is working.
Oh, this works.
Working. I cannot say anything about the law. Law is experienced. You cannot say anything about law in words. I just give one example. Meher Baba, of course, you all know. So once in 1954, he was invited by a real saint to a place of pilgrimage. And though Meher Baba was in seclusion, he accepted the invitation and he went there. When he went there, he tells the saint, "You have invited me. I am 24 hours at your disposal." And he says, "No, Baba, you are not at my disposal, I am at your disposal. You order me and I will do whatever you like." Baba said, "I am in seclusion and I came here. Why I came here? Because of your love for me. So I am the slave of my lovers. So tell me, what should I do? 24 hours, whatever you ask me to do, I will do." Millions of people were there, millions, not thousands. And then what happened? Baba said, "Now tell me." And he said, "No, Baba, I am the person, of course, I have invited because to receive your love, and not only to receive, but all these people should receive your love. And that's why I have come." There are statues of Krishna. And then Baba says, "All right, I will do whatever you ask me. So you want me to do. So I want to give bath to lepers." And leper asylum, it was there. So many lepers were there in the asylum. But he says, "Baba, you have asked such a thing which is not possible. Not a single leper is in the asylum because the fair is here. So they have all come. But if you ask me that you would come tomorrow in the morning, I would make arrangement. I will keep all those lepers there." And Baba says, "All right." And then the saint said to the public, the people who had come for pilgrimage, who had been taken the darshan, seen the Lord in the form of statue all these years, and today he has come in man form, and you just see, you don't know who is he. So how fortunate you are. Then next day, early in the morning, Baba went there. Not a single leper, one leper was there. Thousands were there, but only one leper. And he could not go out because he was sick. So then Baba gave him bath, the saint himself supplying water to Baba. Baba gave him bath, and then after giving bath, of course he gave clothes to him. He rather made him put on, and then he bowed down to him. He is the one, of course, whole life, what he would do, the poor and the lepers, and of course the blind, helpless persons. All along he was serving them. And you all know that in 1952 he would not meet anyone and no one knew about him, and he did not want that people should know about him, because then it would be very difficult for him to bow down to the lepers, bow down to the poor. They would not allow. So he just kept it secret. He go from place to place, whole means many years up to the end. He did that. But in 1952, when he came, he had declared that America needs my blood, and I will have to shed my blood there. And after years, when he came here in 1952, in Oklahoma, the accident took place. But after serious accident, and when he returned to India, the first thing he started mass darshan program, means meeting the public. And wherever he would go, people did not know. Only thing some would give in the newspaper that Meher Baba is coming. This is the only message. But 1,000 and 1,000, 50,000, 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, everywhere they would come. How? They did not know him. But when lamp is there, whether mass need any invitation or any information, they would run after him. And it was so difficult. And what, he would not give any message or discourse. What he would do, they would come in a queue, and Baba would just give one banana, and they would be, that one would be pushed away. What he was doing, that banana, it was very effective, very powerful. It so happened that in capital of India, Delhi, when he was there, thousands of people came. They came there, and then of course one lady nobody knew, she came and just got one banana, went home, and she says to her husband, "Why don't you see Meher Baba?" She says, "Why should I see Meher Baba? I'm a scientist. I cannot believe in such thing. God, people they say God, but whether they can prove the existence of God, without proof I cannot go to anyone. Whether your Meher Baba will give me the proof." She says, "He does not give any proof. But why don't you go as a man, you go and see." He says that I have no need to go to him. And she says, "Do you love me?" He says, "Of course, I love you, whether you have any doubt." So she says, "All right, if you love me, my love demands that you should go and see Meher Baba." And the scientist was in a trouble. He has to prove that he loves. So, of course, next day he came. Thousands of people were there, and he had to stand in a queue. So he was standing, cursing his wife that she is illiterate, she does not know anything. She does not know I am a scientist, I cannot believe in such a thing. And now because of her, now I am suffering here, the sun is there, and I am standing. When he came to Baba, just one banana he gave him, and he was pushed away. He said, "My wife, how illiterate she is. She wanted banana. Had she told me, I would have gone to market and dozens of bananas." For this one banana, of course, I was standing in the queue. He went home. And wife says, did you see Meher Baba? He was not happy. Of course I saw, in order to please. What did he give? This banana, take this. No, you have to eat it. Eat it? Why? I don't want, you eat it. My love demands that you must eat it. So he ate. Now just see how this banana was powerful. He could not sleep whole night. And Meher Baba was coming before him. Next day again, during daytime, he was feeling restless, very restless. So he went to a doctor, tell him that I am feeling restless and I don't know why. Last night I could not sleep. Whole day I was restless. Please give me something, examine me properly. Doctor, of course, he has to take fee. So he examined him and gave him sleeping pills. And he said, at bedtime, you take. So he took pills, 2 pills at bedtime. Hardly 1 hour he could sleep and more restless. What is happening to me? Then of course, next day, 2-3 days, of course, he tried those pills. Nothing happened. 2, 3, 4 he took, but nothing happened. Then he went to another doctor and he gave his history that, of course, I went to that doctor, he examined me, he gave these pills, but it does not work. So he also examined and he gave him a stronger pill. He took at bedtime, hardly 2 hours he could sleep. And then when he woke up, more restless. What's the matter? Why I'm feeling restless? He started thinking. He said, this Meher Baba must have mixed something with that banana. This is the reason why I'm not sleeping and I feel restless. So he wrote a letter to Meher Baba saying that if you just allow me, I want to see you for 5 minutes. My wife loves you very much. I will also bring her. And Baba would not see anyone after this Mass Darshan program, but he permitted him. So he came along with his wife, and he brought also one professor and his wife. In the morning, of course, he was there. There are 2 places, just like you see Makkah and Medina at the time of Prophet Muhammad. This time, there are 2 places, Mehrabad and Mehrazad. Mehrazad, of course, that is the place of Baba's residence. And Mehrabad, of course, he would meet people there. So there was one caretaker. Baba gave him instruction that the principal is coming and you make proper arrangement for the food and also comfortable beds. So he did. They came in the evening, they ate and they slept. Next day Baba comes to Mehrabad. He embraced each one. They were sitting there. And Baba says, Principal Niranjan Singh, did you sleep last night? He says, no Baba. Why? The food was not good. The food was very delicious, he says. Whether the bed was not comfortable, it was very comfortable. Then why did you not sleep? He says, Baba, I've got one problem. Problem? What problem? He says, I cannot understand infinite God. How is it possible for infinite God to live in this body? And Baba says, your question is really very scientific, and I am not a scientist. How to reply? Infinite God. How is it possible for infinite God to be in this body? And then those who were with Baba, living with Baba, Baba asked them, do you know the answer? They said, no, Baba. Baba says, nobody asked me such a question. But this scientist, he has asked. And what reply should I give? But Baba says, don't worry, you are a scientist. Make some research, do some experiment, and you may be able to know. And he thought that Meher Baba will not be able to reply his question. And then all of a sudden, Baba asked him, Principal Niranjan Singh, what do you see on the road? And he looks, and he says, buses are going, trucks are going, and some pedestrians are also there. Oh, you can see? Yes, I can see very well. Can you see anything beyond this road? And he looks. Yes, fields are there, and the farmers are plowing their fields. And what else? And animals are also grazing there. Very good. And beyond that, can you see anything? So he looks. Oh yes, there is one temple. And what else? Also animals are grazing there. How far is the temple? Must be 1 mile. How do you see? With my eyes. How big are your eyes? Oh, I got the answer. Baba says you are a scientist and scientifically you got the answer. But this is not the answer. This is not the answer. This is the gross world. And in the gross world, what do you find? You find forms, you find time, and you find space in the gross world. But there is beyond this, there is another world. It is called subtle world, which is in everyone. That subtle world. And when you go to the subtle world, you can experience that energy you experience. But subtle world, this subtle world holds this gross world. How big it must be? And the scientist says, because it holds gross world, it must be bigger. He says it must be bigger. And Baba says, I am just telling you about subtle world. If I put one pinpoint here on in my hand, whether it is subtle or gross, he says it is gross. So he says that when this small point, it is gross. So can you imagine the subtle world? You cannot imagine. In order to experience subtle world, you have to lose your gross consciousness. When you lose gross consciousness, then only you can experience subtle world. And that subtle world, it is the world of energy. It is the world of energy. You experience energy there. You experience power. And of course the scientists, they can work in gross world. They can deal with gross things. They cannot think of gross subtle world. Because one who experiences subtle world loses this gross consciousness. So no scientist can probe through subtle world. It is impossible. You have to lose your consciousness, gross consciousness. And beyond that is the mental world. So mental world, it is so subtle that even through subtle imagination you cannot imagine the mental world. You cannot imagine. You have to lose. And this mental world holds subtle world and gross world. And beyond that is God, infinite consciousness. So infinite consciousness, can you imagine what is infinite consciousness? It holds everything. Mental world, subtle world, gross world, everything. God is that one who holds everything. So that infinite consciousness, it cannot be just, scientists cannot just probe through, cannot have this infinite consciousness. They have to lose the gross consciousness, then subtle consciousness, then mental consciousness, then only you can have infinite consciousness. And infinite consciousness, it is in everyone. It is in everyone. You have also infinite consciousness and also infinite unconsciousness, because God is everything. So you have infinite consciousness, you have infinite unconsciousness. But neither you experience infinite consciousness nor you experience infinite unconsciousness. Infinite unconsciousness, when one experiences, that is that, of course, he loses all consciousness, it is the just vacuum. But immediately, of course, you experience infinite consciousness. So, Baba says, through experiments, of course, you cannot probe subtle world, mental world. Scientists cannot reach there. Only through love for God. Love, if you have love, then of course you have to lose your mind. And this love, divine love, it is such a thing that of course if you have that love, you lose everything. All gross consciousness, subtle consciousness, mental consciousness, and then of course you experience that, and that is the mood of life.
So let's do that. Let's sing, because that's the way to, let's sing to God.
Only love.
Yes.
Love for God, but it is the grace of God. Love is the grace of God. So how to have that love? And that's why Baba has recommended, Baba has said that just follow the orders of the perfect master or the avatar, the ancient one. Just follow, and follow with all love. It is not mind works, mind goes on working. You cannot stop the mind. Don't pay heed to the mind. Just pay heed to the heart. I just see that when I went to Meher Baba, I did not know anything about spirituality, and I don't know how I joined him. I was just college student and did not know anything. But when I went to him, one mast was brought. Mast means God intoxicated soul. No consciousness of the world. He would look like mad. And when he was brought, then of course Baba went to him as if he is going to receive a king. And all those who were with Baba, they went. And then of course when I saw him, I got a shock. He was quite naked and very, very dirty. And Baba looked at me and he says that he is advanced soul. He is advanced soul, don't think that he is mad. He is not mad. And then mind works. I went to him at that time, right from college, that Baba is testing my obedience. And that's why he is telling me that he is a very advanced soul. He is mad, he is naked, dirty. But Baba took him in one room, he arranged everything. He is really the slave of his lovers. Everything, and he was sitting there in the bed naked. And Baba asked me to look after this man. He is very advanced soul. If you serve him with all love, it would be as if you are serving me. I did not know how to serve, what to do. So then of course Baba left, and I thought that now this is lunch time, why not to give him lunch? So I brought one plate food in one plate and put before him. And what did he do? He took the plate and threw the plate. I say he is absolutely mad. Mad, and that's why he behaves like this. Baba is testing my obedience. And that's why he is telling that he is really very, very advanced. Anyway, I cleaned everything and went to take my lunch. And Baba came back. He went to the mosque direct. And when he went to him, then I followed him. But this time, the sight which I saw, I could not bear it. He just moved his bowels there, all bed so dirty. I could not just bear it, and I was just standing there, and Baba did not say anything. He himself cleaned everything. He himself did not ask me anything. And then afterwards, Baba said to me that you have to look after this mosque. I said, look after this mad man? How to just spoil the bed like this, what to do? But I had to do that. I was doing not happily, but because that was the order, I was doing, not putting my heart. And every day, my Baba would come and would see, and he would say that you are not putting your heart. How to put the heart? Then I would not like that. Every day, and he would spoil the bed 5-6 times in a day. I said, it is a big problem. What to do? But I was doing 1.5 months continuously. And I would just go on washing his clothes, and he would make dirty. He would not put on clothes. He would remain naked. And one day, at about 9 o'clock in the night, when I was making his bed, he was not speaking, not to say any word, nothing. But all of a sudden, he says to me, you will get through the examination. I got a shock. This man, of course, how did he know that I appeared for the examination? How could he know? And the next day, of course, the telegram comes from the university that I got through. So I thought, no, he is not mad. He is not mad. Whatever Baba says, yes, he is that. He is advanced soul. And then there was one room, a small room, and there was one door and one window. His bed was near the wall. So what happened? Baba would come and Baba would say that you are not putting your heart, you are not doing this lovingly. So I thought that one day I must please Baba, at least one day. Every day he comes and he becomes unhappy. So I washed five, six bed sheets, pillow cover, everything, kept ready. That when Baba would come, I must keep ready so that if he spoils, I may make the bed clean. And I went to him at 4 o'clock early morning. By 6 o'clock, everything neat and clean. And I was standing near the door. And I was thinking, if Baba comes now, he will feel very happy because everything is neat and clean. And Baba was coming. Oh, today I thought today Baba would be very, very happy. Everything is neat and clean. And Baba came. When he entered into the room, he says to me, "Do you want to kill my must?" What happened? I was standing there. His bed was near the wall. Wall fell down. And I did not hear any noise, nothing. How did it happen? I could not believe it. It fell down. It fell down and I was just, then Baba says that, "Do you want to kill my must?" Then I saw that yes, wall fell down. And I did not hear any noise, nothing. Then of course, mind works. But then I accepted that whatever he says, it should be accepted. It should be accepted. The truth is always truth. And in order to...
For this. Has my life been lost? This is about this. Have I been destroyed? Have I lost my mind? Am I mad with love? Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah. Has my life been lost? Have I been destroyed? Have I lost my mind? Am I mad with love? Pass the run. Allahu Allah. Page 41. Allahu Allah. Allahu Allah. Allahu Allah. Am I flame or moth? Am I gold or kind? Am I naked true? Am I all alone? Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah. Dora Bashki sings, Dervish circle sings, all creation sings, Ashki is in love. Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah. Bow is strong with love, archer sights with love, target makes with love, arrow flies with love. Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah. Medina bears the rose, the fragrance of the rose. God is alive. Hi, 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 hi. God opens the way, brilliance face surrounds the soul. The rose of light and its petals divine name blossoms in the great fall. Dervishes, come here and sing. Everybody, come here. Pours not to one his tears of love, flood the world. His blessed face, the golden Quran, shining as the rising sun. In your painful history of love, lovers find the cure for pain. Wandering through the desert of longing, crying aloud, aloud, aloud. Then with delight censored by men, eyes aflame with desperate love. Your friends cry out like Moses on the mountain, Lord, reveal yourself to me. My eyes are weeping with love's agony, as I cancel the mystic way, possessing nothing, not even myself, crying out, poverty is my pride, for direction of prayer is your face, my victory never reigns, all is seen. Paradise is not my concern, hell is not my anxiety. You are what they praise at the holy Kaaba. You are what they seek at temples and shrines. I am free from every religion, crying aloud, aloud, aloud. Strive to become the true human being, one who knows love, one who knows pain. Before we humble, the earth will be silent. Be the bowl of wine passed from hand to hand. Be the bowl of wine passed from hand to hand. Be the bowl of wine passed from hand to hand. Lana, Rumi into heaven. Song from Rumi.
Bhumi,
Yeah,
anyone knows?
right here, he does.
Hajat.
The hidden one. And then we'll ask you to sing.
نشان از وجود مسمام نشان از وجود مسمام زمان شد مسمام و اسمام پدید زمان شد اسمام و مسمام پدید در آن روز کنجا من نشان گشت مظهر سر زلف یار هنوز اون سر زلفی بار چلیپان و نصریان سر به سر بپیمودن اندر چلیپان به بتخانه رفتم به دیر کهن در او هیچ رنگی هویدا نبود به کوه هموار رفتم و بنده بدیدم دریم زیر و بالا نبود به کعبه کشیدم نام طلب بران مقصد پیر و برنام نگه کردم من در دل خویشتن نگه کردم من در دل خویشتن در اینجاش دیدم در آنجاش دیدم دیگر جا نبود به جز شمس تبریز پاکیزه جان به جز شمس تبریز پاکیزه جان کسی مست و مخمور شنیده
I was on that day when names were not, nor anything of existence endowed with me. By me, names and named were brought to view. On the day when they were not I and we. For a sign, the tip of the beloved's curl became the center of revelation. And yet the tip of that fair curl was not. Cross and Christians from end to end I surveyed. He was not on the cross. I went to the temple, to the ancient pagoda. No trace was visible there. I went to the mountains of Herat and Chandahar. I looked. He was not on that mountain or valley. I fared to the summit of Mount Kar. In that place was only the dwelling of the great bird Anka. I stretched the reins in search to the Kaaba. He was not in that place of old and young. I questioned the wise Ibn Sina of his state. He was not in Ibn Sina's view. I went to the place of 2 bow lengths distance. He was not in that exalted court. And then I gazed in my own heart, and there I saw him. He was nowhere else, except for the pure soul, Shams of Tabriz. None was ever so drunken and intoxicated as I.
We have a song that Bhau loves.
Good.
I would like to sing
Do what thou loves.
we sing, everyone can join in. It's a repetition of God's name. Sachidananda Paramananda Medabhava Vijnananda Sachidananda Paramananda Medabhava Vijnananda Medabhava Vijnananda Medabhava
God is truth, knowledge and love. Satchidan Paramanam means God is all this. Paramanam, Satchidan Paraman, Meher Bhava Vijnanan, and Meher Bhava is the highest.
Thank you. I'd like to continue, but it's for the moment the sun has set, and at this time we offer a prayer. It's the prayer that we do with our bodies as well as our hearts. And if you'd like to join us, we're very happy to have you join us. Or if you'd like simply to sit comfortably against the walls, we do that too. We do it in rows, you've probably seen it. And we're called to prayer so that this happens 5 times in the day when we say that God calls us to this particular kind of prayer where we actually literally prostrate on the earth, because it's said that with the coming of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the entire earth was made a prayer carpet and heavens were made a canopy of praise. So the entire creation is seen as a temple, and the human being within that temple is the vessel of pure love and divine revelation. So we honor that, and I will, as I say, leave it to yourselves which you choose, and we will begin the call, which is simply, I will translate it, means simply, it praises God, it's a praise of God. Allah Akbar means God is all praiseworthy, all great, magnificent, beyond all our imagining. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. And then it says, I testify that God exists, I am witness, I am one of witnesses. And I witness also in the prophethood, the messengership of the Prophet Muhammad. And then it says, come to prayer. It invites all of us to prayer. Come to prayer, come to happiness, come to realization. And then again, God is one. God is one. Come over there. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, this way. And how do you feel? Is it
No, it is okay. It is okay. Only thing that because of my health, I cannot.
You can sit, no, turn it in this way.
Yes, one room.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير الأعمال حي على خير الأعمال الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رحمة العالمين الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيد الأولين والآخرين السلام والسلام الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير الأمل حي على رسول اللهم اجعل اللهم اجعل الله أكبر الله إلا الله
So if anyone would like to join, we make it done in lines. They say they join, they circle the earth. So the brothers is the only place where we can separate sisters and brothers. What? You guys want a chair? So if any sisters would like to come, they don't have to say thank you. So Ali Nur? Yeah. Ali Nur? Yeah, we'll face it this way. We might have to make it more than the sisters, I think, yeah. I think we'll have to share. So this is simply a prayer, just abandoning ourselves to God. It's total giving ourselves up. And we say we offer it heart to heart, shoulder to shoulder, so we actually touch. So we touch our bodies, our shoulders. But I think we need a little more space.
Behind you is that space.
Yeah. Is there room? Yeah. Plenty of room in the back. There's plenty of room in the back, so we can give everybody ample space. Good. Okay, this is good.
Attention, please. To do the prayer, inshallah. Feet, shoulders in front of the heart. Salat al-Maghrib, inshallah. Allahu Akbar. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده الله عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله. Honor your peace and the source of boundless peace. Blessed be the full majesty and bounty and infinitely flowing generosity for all the hearts. Allah, let's offer the Subhanallah, Kalim. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahu la ilaha illa hu, al-hayyul qayyum, la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. Salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah, peace and blessings be upon you, O messenger from the source of reality. Salatu wassalamu alayka ya Habibullah, peace and blessings be upon you, O beloved of reality. Peace and blessings be upon you, caretaker of the tender human heart. Peace and blessings be upon you, O most trustworthy, O most near. Peace and blessings be upon you, O ocean of mercy for humanity. Peace and blessings be upon you, O living Quran and O mystic letters, Taha Yasin. Peace and blessings be upon you, O distributor of light, of prophecy into all the hearts. And peace be upon all the messengers, all the bearers of the one light of peace and reality. Peace and blessings be upon the great sages and saints. Peace and blessings be upon our peers. Peace and blessings be upon the soul of Mama Baba. And peace and blessings be upon his community. And peace and blessings be upon this great human family. Allah, please forgive us. Allah, please guide us. Allah, draw us nearer than near. Allah, please invest us with your love. Make us intoxicated with love. Allah, please kindle the great fire in our hearts that burns all of the world and leaves only the rose of God. Ameen, Ameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And praises flow to you from our hearts, from our lips, from our hands, from every cell of our being, from every cell of this universe. You are the glorious, you are the all-loving, you are the ever-present, the all-aware, the always near, the answer to our prayers. You are our friend and our guide and our very existence. Amen. La ilaha illallah, 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 la
All the time. And your name is on. And you're praising all the time. Oh, really?
They pray to me. Sister, mom, my
Creation, bless you are. Truth and truth's body, divine avatar. Who through compassion, blood, three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These high lights of the whirling spokes of breath. Of the world field that bears me on to death. Unless you who are infinitely kind, break the wheels of riches, conditioned mind. This incense is my love, these fruits my heart, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining gown. You are myself, I sing to you in praise, and beg your love to bear me through the days, till you, the ever-living perfect one, illume my darkness with your shining sun. Avatar Mere Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Mere Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Mere Baba Ki Jai. Thank you.
Oh, yes, that's it. You want to hear your name a lot. Very beautiful. To come together. Thank you. Yes,
What do you want me to keep going?
Let's sing a little more. Sing a little more.
I thought you I'm always in everybody's way.
Because I like that. You were and the
You look so handsome. He does, doesn't he?
That's great.
He looks better as you get older. I'm serious. It's amazing. What's the secret?
Listen, if you ever wondered why your career isn't going anywhere, I know it's upstairs. Which has the upstairs, right? Right. Yeah, and you can get sheets and pillows for Adam.
Making the bed bigger and cleaning and that. This is
And how thank you for your beautiful cleaning and the
bathrooms are upstairs.
millions more. Thank you for having $1.5 million at least. Next time. Well, I also enjoy
They're trying to stay off-site.
He sings in our Sicker Nuts. Yes. I read you once at a Sicker Nuts. Maybe in the Sufi Masjid?
was looking to share a space.
In this one.
Yeah, but you know, we are not in the state of God. He pray Baba, Allah, whatever. I tried, but you know, I have I decided, you know, I should be careful. But I feel very strong desire, you know, to mount But I think that Bhau will try.
I mean, it's actually
All passport, but I took out those. We don't have to worry about white people as much as necessary. So, it makes us legal, doesn't matter. I love women. I love
I have
Even though I get no voice on nothing, but you know the sound.
I think because I read artists and and thank you again for having us. Yes, thank you.
So when you sing it, when you get together to sing, Allah,
We praise you on Thursday nights. We praise you all the time.
I praise you all the time, yes.
But we
I
praise
want to
you
pray myself together with you.
Thursday nights.
Unfortunately, I cannot anymore, but I spend down for
That's not the only place. We pray standing like this. We sing and we
I used to be a Sufi group, so I love to sing Thursday night. So we'll say, because they know, because Bhau is here. I got elevated, from there, so I love to sing. No, I can't get very hard, but when I have to sing it, I feel much better.
Yes, well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Once more, please.
Once more. Kiss once more.
One more.
Goodness.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Coming back. Sisterhood is powerful.
James, get in there.
We did fine.
Oh, yeah, yeah. My sister.